We welcome Cecily to our stand. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me. This is really important. It's a really big honor to be asked to be here. I think this will help everything. Spidey sense. That's what I get for working with mics. Is that better? I've been sitting in the ER for 6 hours, waiting for admittance to the psych ward. Not helpful. A psychiatrist says to me, "You do realize you're singing out loud. You know, some people might think you're strange for doing that." Not helpful. Being told by a doctor I have PTSD while she answers her cell phone 3 times during a 20-minute interview. Not helpful. Getting kicked out of therapy for punching a hole in that counselor's wall. Not helpful. My roommate, talking a mile a minute, wringing her hands, pacing between her beds. Not helpful. The doctor is checked off in a boxes. Now each morning, pastel pills appear at my bedside whispering, "Surrender. Surrender your responsibility to yourself. We can shoulder the blame for your insanity." 10 years later, the FDA states, "Do not give antidepressants to young adults, for they may desire to kill themselves even more than they did before. Watch out. This shit makes you dizzy." My thumb twitching like a divining rod, discovering deep dwelling water. I drink gallons of water a day, my thirst unquenchable, endless, jaw-cracking, joint-popping, tooth-grinding. I am unhinged and cavitated still. Sex switching from slick and sweet to stabbing, clutching pain. Still thirsty and throbbing, I twitch and grind myself to sleep. Still broken, unfixable, crazy, lazy, irresponsible, unmotivated, scary, unnerving, disarming, unlovable. Give up your dreams. We will hope for you. Swallow your mental straitjacket, your communion of psychiatrics and stigma in hopes of hope, in hopes of help. I didn't start lighting my arm on fire or punching holes in walls until after I started taking medication. The meds left me suspended in sugarless, dense, marshmallow fog. I can see your questions edging towards me. I feel nothing. This is not helpful. What's helpful is this. A psych ward orderly, without shame or threat, mercifully keeps me from sinking my fingernails into a fig-sized 3rd-degree burn on the inside of my elbow. A cup of coffee, a gift from a fellow psych ward patient, waiting for me by my bedside when I woke up from a triple dose of tranquilizers, my cross-the-hall neighbor from my college dorm, whom I have known for only 3 weeks, coming through the front doors of 6 North carrying my teddy bear, saying, "Here, I thought this might be helpful. You don't have to know what to say or how to save me. You don't need to do this perfectly. Just do this. Ground love into our sweating, panicked backs in the places we occupy. Don't leave until we can stand up and leave with you. Bring warm drinks and patience. Bring a pillow and the tissue box. This is what is helpful. Please." Singing out loud is not pathological. Do not throw blankets over our fire. You will not extinguish us. Instead, fortify our surrounding earth. Build a pit of stone and mud. Help us contain our fire. God knows this world needs fire. Awesome. Again, I'm really grateful to be here. And I'm really glad you all are here too. This means a lot. There's so many of you here. Thanks for doing good work. And know that it's a lifetime of work. You're never going to get to a point where you just know all the things. So please keep learning and coming to things like this. I've gotten the best care in my life from social workers because I feel like social workers are at a very specifically unique spot where you understand, or you get the chance to understand the systemic oppression that is causing mental health concerns specifically, but that also trashes a lot of people that I love and care about, namely this administration that is in town, telling all of us none of us deserve to be alive. So if there was that, that would be the thing I would say. It's just like keep sinking in, keep knowing, like don't assume anything about anybody. I go to a trans health clinic in Chinatown in Lower Manhattan, and the social worker there, even though it's a trans health clinic, it never asked me my pronoun and continues to use the wrong pronoun for me. And I was like, I can't see you. This is actually, this is not that my gender is a mental health condition, but to be misgendered is severe, pressure. That happens every day. And I think at least at the trans health clinic, I can at least have my gender pronoun be right. So things like that. And I would also say too, I was just talking about this morning, I don't know, people don't believe us. We've been living in our bodies for a long time and navigating these systems for a really long time. And so trust us when we say we know what we're talking about, especially around medications, around what's worked, what hasn't worked. We're not lying. And to me, craziness isn't doesn't negate us. It is just really us trying to be alive in this world. But for time's sake, I'm just going to read you this one last piece that is about these things, and I'll be around afterwards for a little bit, so if you have any questions, let me know. I call the Medicaid office. It goes straight to voicemail. The voicemail says the mailbox is full and my call cannot be completed at this time. It hangs up on me. I call another office. It rings this time. The voicemail picks up. I'm sorry. There is no room to record your message. Goodbye. My ACA Medicaid health insurance just stopped covering my replacement thyroid hormone because suddenly it is no longer considered medically necessary for my 20-year-old diagnosis of hypothyroidism. So I guess this is what happens when who decides what is medically necessary and therefore covered by health insurance are people not with medical degrees, but with business degrees. Good thing I have a part-time irregular job now with no health benefits, so I can pay for this medication and all of my other regular blood tests and my doctor's visits out of pocket. Hopefully, my monthly student loan repayment will be less than my rent so I can still eat. Who needs a savings plan for retirement? I'll just work until I fall over dead. I'm such a good American. Maybe I can also manage to pay a therapist to see me now. That is, if my long list of past and present mental health diagnoses doesn't deter them. And I have so much to say, so much to process. Economic and financial instability, the choices I have made to recover from homelessness brought on by student debt, and the economic crash has kept me from business loans, the years of misgendering by my friends and colleagues and family, the casual rape from a colleague last fall who offered me a show for cash I needed to eat while I looked for work. Even with the protections and progress of the last 8 years, it has still not been an easy or straightforward life. I still have not had access to things that would make my life easy. I've really struggled with what to say today, about today. As I start in one vein, there inevitably arises countless more devastations. The speech, done by 45, literal white nationalist, white supremacist rhetoric. The speech is a swarm of wasps. Their hive stamped in. This is 1,000 furious threats, and each one of us has only 2 hands, can only swipe through a handful of attacks at once. They come and will keep coming, angry and aiming for your soft spots, your livelihood, your willingness to live. They will not fight. They will fight not you, but what they think of you. And I guess this is the part where the state of my mental health, my queerness, my lack of access becomes a superhero. I have been convincing myself to stay alive for the better part of 3 decades, saving my own life each day against capitalism. I am tired of being told to fight. This seems to come from people who are either new to the fight or who fight and find that their efforts gain some degree of acceptable results. Generally as a result of unseen and unearned privilege, of the benefit of the doubt. Rather, what I see from my friends, the people I name as family, is encouragement to care for myself, for one another, as best we can. to rest, to wear soft pants and eat cookies and watch Magic Mike XXL. There is permission to do nothing, to produce nothing, to refuse to doubt our inherent value. Maybe this is what we are born to do, withstand. I meet each day as it comes, as it often comes, wildly out of my control. I will keep on doing what I do, checking in with the little ones I consist of, the children swinging from the monkey bars behind the mud and stone home I built inside my chest, my mantra, what do I need right now? This is all I ask of myself these days. My friends say to be alive is the revolution, to stay and breathe and strive for some small comfort, to offer what we can, when we can, to whomever we can, as often as we can, forever as long we can. Here is the encouragement to continue managing. Here is the encouragement to continue. Thank you.